quick tutorial on digitalLab, the simulator for digitalLab circuits. This is the first screen. So here you can see the 6 icons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one creates new circuits. You can tap on it and you will reach the dashboard where you create new circuits. I'll go through each of these icons later. And this one helps you load the circuits that you already have. Currently we don't have any, so it's asking you to load a new one, just like the other one, or load samples. Let's try samples now. There are 3 sample circuits currently once you install digitalLab. So these are the ones. You can see the name of the circuit here and the description about the circuit up there. This helps you change the name. Now it says sample circuit. Let's change it to new name, and there you go. This helps you change the description of the circuit. Let's try changing that. That got changed. Let's load it and see what the circuit is. Load. This is a help pop-up. It comes in all the menus you have, all the icons. It tells you specific help information about each of the icons. So for this tutorial we will disable the help pop-ups. That's your settings icon, and help is at the bottom of it. Let's hide it. Hidden. So that is the circuit just loaded. I'm going to run it now. This icon, as you see, the run button, helps you simulate the circuit. You can switch the circuit on, off. This is the only component that you can change externally, like tapping it on or off, on, off. And you can see that the output is shown here. It's a bulb, considered as a LED. So when you change the input, the output also gets changed. You can see that there's a lag time for each of these outputs to change, just like in a real circuit. The change in the power, the voltage change, reaches this end after only 2 clocks. Change and then change, like that. So let's go back and let's try to create a new circuit. So let's delete all this before doing that. Delete, delete, and delete. Let's create a new one. This icon helps you bring up this menu, the menu you see horizontally. This is where you can add all kind of gates to the circuit. So that's a switch, just like a 0 to 5 volt switch trigger. An AND gate and an AND gate. That's a NOR gate, an OR gate, XOR, XNOR, node, an output indicator, and a counter. It has 4 legs, and you can connect power outputs from any of this into this, and it shows you 7 segment output. Well, that is it, and you can take it away like that. You can move the component add menu vertically so that it's easy to add components below or above. This icon is for moving a component. You can move any of the components where you want to, so that you get a pretty good layout. This is the connector. You connect a circuit from one leg to the other. Let's connect this output with this input, the one on the top. So as you can see, any of these legs have any of these components have 3 legs, and there is a hidden leg somewhere right here at the bottom. What it does is it acts as the trigger circuit, trigger leg. Once you connect anything at that leg, which I will show you later, the component will respond to only the triggers in that particular leg. I will explain that in some time. So let's connect this with this bulb. How you do that is tap on that, check the way you just did, then click somewhere and you see a wire is getting formed. You can align it using this with the help of this markers again. The next to it comes the next one. Go up and connect. Let me connect this real quick and let's complete the connection, and let's try to run it using this run icon. Both on and gate gives a on, both off and gate gives a off. That's as simple as that. Now once you create a circuit like this, you might want to update it. You might want to delete this wire and connect it somewhere else, or you want to change the way this wire looks like. Let's try that. That's what this icon does. So here are the options you have with the circuit. First one helps you select a leg to change the connection in a particular component. For example, this component is selected now. You can see it's blinking. Keep tapping this till the desired leg is selected. Here I want to change this wire. I want to change the way it looks, so I selected that. Now I want to select the wire next, so you can see the change in the color of the wire. Now I'm changing the way it looks by selecting the twig first using this icon here, and then using a joystick. Well, it's a bit difficult with my mouse, but you also have a fine tune here inbuilt, whereas if you divide the screen in 4, each of these quadrants will help you move the point to your left, to right, or up or bottom, just like this. See that? Okay, cool. Now it looks like a 90-degree connection. It's horizontal and vertical now. Very good. This helps you. So this is how it looks like now. There. And again, I'll select this wire and let's change that. I'm going to delete that now. This is for delete. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes, please. So that's how you delete a wire. Now let's delete the entire component like this. Danger simple. This icon is particularly useful. It swaps a component with another like this. There. So that can be very handy if you want to replace a gate with another one after you have all the connections set up. So that's the options we have there, and here you have options to save the circuit just like this. Then once you go back, you can see that your saved circuit has a name. You can load it again, and this helps you convert the circuit into a string and copy that to your memory, so you can send it to somebody in an SMS or something. So for example, now let's go back, delete the circuit and go back, create something new from memory. Since we just copied it to memory, it's still in the memory, so you can take it back, repopulate the entire diagram from the string in the memory. It can be a string copied from an SMS or an email too. There we go. Now this icon helps you send the circuit directly a friend, just like that. The file contains the string for the circuit, so your friend should be able to open it in his device. Those two, I don't have to explain what that is. And this is the final one for getting the circuit settings. I'll go through each of the settings, which will help you modify the way circuit works. Clock trigger types. To show you most of those functions, I'll create a quick circuit with a NOR gate, which is easy because the NOR gate keeps its output flipping if one of the input is off and the other one is a feedback from itself. So let's try that. run, you can see that the output keeps flipping because a node off on is an off and off is an on. So in that, now you can see that each every 1 second the circuit changes the output like that. So let's change that using clock time to 3 seconds, and there you go. Now you can see that it's more slower than previous. Now it changes output every 3 seconds, so you can actually have more time to understand the functioning of circuit. Now let me show you the use of the counter, the trigger leg at the bottom. It should be somewhere right here. So the connection is done. Now the circuit will trigger only when the voltage in this leg changes. See this. Whenever this switch goes from off to on, you can see that's when the output is changing. This is because it's in a single trigger mode now. Let's change it to a dual trigger here, and now it should be triggering in both up and down transitions. So whenever I change this, the output changes. So that's it. And the touch markers, you probably have hopefully observed the touch markers when we moved it. The lines that is at the edge of a component, which helps you align it properly. If you feel that is quite disturbing for you, you can flip it off. That's what this does, like so. Now you can see that there's now you can see that the markers are not showing up. Again, back to the settings. The next setting, only one is remaining because you already see in the help display flip. Color wires, it's set to all wires now at this point, which says all the colors in the circuit will be colored at any point of time. If you change it to probe, what happens is the circuit, let me take this out. Yeah, the circuit will function as it is, and none of the colors will get colored. Let's do one thing to show you how this works. Let me get rid of this guy. Yeah, it's gone. Now if I go back, you can see the colors. The wires are not getting the colors at this point. Only if you probe on this, you can see the colors on the wires attached to that component. So that's what the probe setting does. Well, that's all about the circuit maker. So it's a digitalLab simulator designed and developed by Praharsh. If you have any comments or any suggestions, please write to me. This is the email ID. So thank you very much.